welcome to another episode of Cabin Chronicles, where we chat in the cabin of Bajaj General leaders to take a sneak peek into their lives. I'm your host, Debulina Banerjee, and today we have Mr. Rajeev Bhandari with us.
Thank you.
He is the national head of Bancassurance Private Banks and has been in the organization for over 17 years. Congratulations on completing 17 years, sir.
Thank you so much, Debrina.
How does
Thank
it
you.
feel completing 17 years?
It's an awesome feeling and experience, and I was fortunate enough to celebrate my 17 years with a respected MD and CEO, Tapan sir. And it feels wonderful to have completed 17 years, and it was an amazing journey.
I see.
Yeah.
Yes. Congratulations once again. So
Yeah.
let's rewind back to your early
Sure.
days as a young corporate chap. So, what were the companies that you were a part of before joining Bajaj General?
So I started my career with FMCG immediately after doing my MBA from Indore. I started my career with FMCG, and I had joined Nerulek Paints as my first company. And after that, I moved to Cargill Foods. You would have heard about that brand called Nature Fresh
Yes,
Atta
yes.
Oil. So I was based out of MP. In both my jobs prior to that, I was based out of MP and Chhattisgarh and was handling that complete territory. And post that, I joined Lombard, ICICI Lombard in Delhi, Noida, into corporate vertical, SME vertical it was called, handling brokers for Delhi NCR region.
I see.
And then moved to IFCO Tokyo as again into corporate. And in 2008, I joined Bajaj. That time it was Bajaj, now Bajaj General.
Yes.
And it was into corporate again. And then the complete journey of Bajaj began.
Yes.
So that's how it is.
I see. So you
Yeah.
mentioned that you started your career with FMCG. So
Yes.
what made you join the general insurance sector?
So FMCG at that point of time, it gave me a very good start. You know, the basics of sales, hard work, the way you need to see the product, how to position your product, how to work in the field with distributors and dealers. That was again I inherited from FMCG. Post that there was during that time the FMCG sector was growing very slow, though it was the most sought out sector, but it was growing very slow. And general insurance and overall insurance was picking up, and I thought that it is the right time to move into that was called the sunrise sector. So I wanted to be in a place where my growth can be a little faster than the normal traditional legacy sectors. So I got an opportunity with ICICI Lombard, and I joined that sector.
Wow.
Not too much went into it. This thought was there that I want to be in a sector where I can grow fast, because FMCG, it took long time to get promoted and move ahead up in the hierarchy and all, and it was an upcoming sector. So that, and it worked very well for me.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. 17 years after
Yes.
all. So when you joined Bajaj General,
Yeah.
what teams were you a part of?
As I mentioned, I joined in the corporate marketing team in Delhi.
Okay.
I was in corporate marketing. So I had done overall my corporate marketing experience, including ICICI Lombard and IFCO Tokyo, as well as Bajaj was around 7.5 years, 8 years. And post that, I moved to agency. I was into agency in Delhi only at as zonal agency manager for Delhi. And after that, I moved to office head role. I was heading Nehru Place office as well as taking care of West Delhi and Noida office and overseeing those offices. And then shifted to Bangalore as a regional head for Bangalore. And then the verticalization happened, and I moved into new acquisition vertical, which was the recruitment vertical, which was created. And post that in VSO, and then private banks, and this large private bank. So this has been the journey. So practically, I have taken experience of all the verticals, and I'm very fortunate. I consider myself very fortunate because one, it fulfilled my fulfilled my desire of keep on learning new things and getting experiences of the geography as well. Various places I've worked in Delhi, I've worked in south, that's in Bangalore, and then in west, that is Pune, Maharashtra. And pan India role I've been handling since the new acquisition vertical was created.
Yeah.
So it was a very fulfilling journey from corporate to banca. So
Yeah.
now I can proudly say that I've handled almost all the verticals or channels of the company.
Yeah. So yes, like you mentioned, corporate marketing and
Yes.
then agency and now bancassurance, of course. So what was your motivation behind moving from one team to another? You mentioned growth, of course, which is one of the most important factors, and also exposure to different teams. So if you can also tell us what learnings you have got from all these teams and what made you.
So every business has a different learning altogether. So
Yes.
when you handle corporate, you need to be very proficient in your products. You need to be very clear on the uh, um, intelligence, market intelligence. What is happening where? What quotations are going where? What rate is getting quoted? What is the premium other competition is quoting? Then you need to be very clear on the strategy of acquiring the customers. So how do we acquire the customers, where we can go, where is the strength? So there's a different strength required or a different expertise required in corporate marketing and deep understanding of products so that you can go and have a conversation with the customers. When you come to office head role, that time deep expertise of P&L management was required because it was completely a P&L driven role. Though P&L is the integral part of every business which we do, but still as an office head you had the responsibility of managing expenses, managing everything which because it was like a mini CEO of a company. So everything what you would require to run a company, it was required in an office head role.
Yeah,
And
finance.
then finance understanding and all these things. And I think that's where the most of the learnings when you could acquire while being an office head, because you need to have a knowledge of all the verticals because every vertical was reporting to you, and you need to manage every vertical profitably. So that was the ask from an office head. Coming back to agency, you need to know the distribution, how to manage the distribution, how to manage the large set of distributors we have as an agents. And then coming to new acquisition vertical, the requirement was building up a new team and obviously motivating them, because it was a tough task to recruit new agents, activate them, and then transfer to other vertical. That was how it was functioning. So building up a new team building, motivating them, and then doing the hunting piece from where we should get the agent, what kind of agent we should get, how do we get the quality agents, how do we activate them, so all these skill set were different and the learnings were different. And coming back to banca, it is more of a relationship with the people in the bank, one. Secondly, the product strategies. How do you create journeys? How do you have those kind of products which will fit into that particular segment of the bank or that particular vertical of the bank, and we can sell it. So bank again has a different learning altogether. There are many verticals in the bank, like for example I'm handling HDFC Bank. So there's a branch banking piece which again requires a lot of distribution to be managed, and there's an asset piece which requires a lot of product integration and journeys which needs to be managed. So these are two different 2-3 things which are there, and obviously the relationship at all the levels have to be very strong to ensure that we keep on getting entry into the new verticals, and our product propositions keep on getting accepted by the bank. And that is how across all the verticals there are a lot of different learnings. The region which I was handling earlier in Delhi, there was a different learning, the kind of people I was interacting. The business ethics are different. In South, the business ethics are different. In Mumbai and in West, the overall business ethics are different. But one thing is, which I think, that you always deal with people. So people management is something which is a common theme across all the verticals. And if you have that art of managing the people, I think that will definitely help you in any and every role. So one, and secondly, while we say people management, you also, the other thing which is very very important is that you maintain your own natural self of what you are actually, and present the right picture to anyone you are dealing with, and be very very clear and ethical in your communications, and be very clear in what you can deliver and what you can't deliver. I think people respect that.
Yeah.
So that is how the transition has been very very smooth for me.
That is so
In
wonderful.
every and any role I've been able to I feel that transition has been very smooth, and adaptability is something which has been very good strength for me. So I've been able to adapt to all the situations.
That's so wonderful that you said that, one should always maintain their authentic self while
Yes,
presenting.
absolutely.
It's really nice. It's a very good quality of leadership, I must say.
Yes.
So you mentioned that you were a part of agency team and now you're handling Bancassurance. So one thing that really intrigued me is, what differences can one see when it comes to handling bank agents compared to corporate agents?
So corporate agency is one single entity. When you talk about corporate agents, it's like any bank which has been taken as a corporate agent. There you have to manage the relationships with the relevant people of product team, as well as the business leaders and the business teams there. In agency, it's a vast distribution which you have to manage. So while I talk about agency first, it's about uplifting the agents who have newly joined, bringing in new agents first. Second, uplifting the agents by training them, giving them that confidence of selling the products, activating them. And for the existing agents, you need to give new products to sell, and you need to show them the direction that how they can grow. So that is how about managing agency. And obviously within the team also there are certain matrices which are different in agency than in banca. In banca, it's about managing the relationship at head office level as well as at the ground level also.
Okay.
And a lot of product strategies relevant to the verticals which we need to devise, because every vertical is different in banca. So we need to find the products which will fit into the vertical and which will actually and eventually protect the interest of the bank and the customers of the bank. So that is how the difference is between agency and banca.
I see. So when you were handling so many teams, you mentioned that you had to move to a lot of different cities, right? So Delhi, you mentioned Delhi. Previously, you were based in Madhya Pradesh. So what cities have you lived in, and which one is your favorite?
So obviously my hometown is my favorite, and MP is my hometown. I belong to Jabalpur. So that gives you a different feel altogether. But I would say that when you shift the cities, it's initial resistance which is there inside you, that I'll be missing the city, or I'll be, but when you go to a different place, the city starts growing on you. Actually, what happens is that the relationships that you make there, and once you start living there, city starts growing, and eventually you'll realize that, okay, this is something which is addition to my networking or my experience, because you have already created a lot of friends in the previous city, and the city starts growing. So I have never felt that I am missing something if I'm shifting to a new city. When I was in Delhi and I was transferred to Bangalore, I had very good friend circle there. A lot of good friends, and a lot of my family members are also in Delhi and in North. And I thought that we are going to get bored there in Bangalore, or maybe my social circle I'll miss that social circle. But when I reached Bangalore and stayed there for almost 5-6 months. After that, I started liking Bangalore.
I see.
And same is with Pune. I lived in Bangalore for almost 4 years, and now after shifting to Pune, I think same happens everywhere, and mostly everyone get accustomed to the new place very very soon. So that's how it is.
I see.
So for me, it's like increasing your networks, because you live in different cities, you create new relationships there, and and you take learn about the culture of that particular place, and then you shift to another city, you learn new culture here. So it's a wonderful experience. I don't mind. Only thing which is now under consideration is the pollution.
Yeah,
so
true.
if you say that you want to go back to Delhi, the important factor which will come into my mind is pollution levels, health part, which is very important for me and my family also. But apart from that, I think everything in city changing is not an issue. I've always been very positive about it.
Wow, nice.
Yes.
I think it's a learning for me as well.
Yes.
So let's move to your personal life. And one of the things that we heard is that your wife is also in a leadership position in a big four company. And very rarely do we see men in leadership position like you being married to somebody who's also, you know, holding the reins of a different department in a different company. Also, there's so much of, you know, notion about ego clashes and negativity around it. At least I have heard. So what is your take on it? How do you make your marriage a successful one?
So to be honest, I feel very proud about my wife being a successful professional. And between both of us, there was a, you know, always a pact that we will support each other in growth. So it was clearly decided that if someone has to, say, suppose we were living in Delhi, and there was a agreement between us that if someone has to shift because of higher responsibilities, first we will never live separately as a family. That was very, very critical point for us, because for me there's a limited years which we have. We are working for the family, so there's no reason for us to live separately because of the jobs. So if anyone has to leave the job because we have to live separately, it will be the one who is earning less. So either it is me or my wife. So that was the logical part we had agreed on. But fortunately, honestly, God has been kind on us that we have got opportunities to be together. And I've seen many of our you know, close friends and some of our colleagues who have been staying separately from the family. But we have been fortunate enough to have this kind of arrangement that you know, I have been able to be with my family whenever I have been transferred, or maybe wherever I have been there. So that has been very good. I would say it's God's blessing for me. But in case if the situation arrives, then we follow the same thing. That is an you know, an understanding. If you don't see, you know, the future, if it's a short term thing, then it's fine. But if I don't see anything in future that, you know, and if I see there's for a long term I have to stay away, then it doesn't make sense.
True.
So that's very clear.
It's so nice. It's so nice, you know. Thank you so much from for, you know, being such a kind person, I would say.
No, I should you know, it's equally to my wife. Of course, she has also been supportive, very supportive for my career.
I look up to her as well. So moving to your hobbies, are there any childhood hobbies that you really like that you would want to pursue now?
Yes, in fact, I had never actually tried. It was I was very much interested in music, and not in singing and all, but in instrumental music.
I see.
So I was good at it also. Matlab, I have one you know, synthesizer at home, piano, which probably I could take out some you know, songs and all without just listening to it and trying it from my hand. But I've never got into professional coaching or learning of that. So that is what, in fact, my wife is also pushing me that you should start taking some coaching, and I'm seriously considering that now.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. So is there anything that you do for fitness maybe?
Yeah, I work out.
Nice.
I from last 1.5 years, I've been very regular in my gyms and all, apart from some breaks, 1.5 months. But in fact, I started doing workouts and all. And after that, my wife and my daughter has also joined me.
How sweet.
Now they are more regular than me than I am.
So that's so nice.
And I'm very happy that my daughter has got this habit of working out in a very, very early stage of life. And this will, it's not about, you know, the looks and all. It's all about building muscles, which is important for, you know, aging. So if you have the right muscles, I think the aging will be quite graceful. So now we want to be actually having we want to continue with this habit. So that is very, very critical.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
so nice to hear that you work out as a
Yes, yes.
family.
We have been. So I go to gym almost 3 to 4 times in a week.
Yes.
I go at night after going back, or even if I'm traveling, I make sure that I use a hotel gym and all to ensure that my workout is. I maintain my workout.
That's so nice
Yes.
to hear.
Yes.
Absolutely, health comes
Yes.
before
Yes. Yes.
everything else.
Yes. Absolutely.
So now that we have come to the end of our interview, I would like to conclude by asking one final question. What do you think makes the culture of Bajaj General unique?
So one is that there's an openness in the culture that you can speak your mind out, and you can try, and it's not in anything and everything is not imposed upon you. You can always have a discussion and arrive at a certain point which is good for the organization. So every and any person who has been in the system thinks of the organization first, and that is how it that openness, the freedom to speak, and the freedom to actually voice your opinion is very, very unique in this organization. And I think a huge credit goes to our MD and CEO, Tapan sir, who has created this kind of culture. You would see uh, a Bajaj General employee, a very happy employee everywhere, and anywhere and everywhere you meet, people are very happy here. And it's not that and being happy, they are performing very, very good. Company is doing very good, and it has been consistently delivering the results. So I think one important thing which I would say is that openness to speak is something, and to voice out the opinion, and you have been heard. It always you have always have the feeling at the back of your mind that if I speak logical, and if I am able to convince that this is what is good for the organization, I'll be heard. So that is a unique thing about Bajaj General now.
I see.
Yeah.
It was such a pleasure talking to you. All the best to you and your wife and your daughter.
Thank you so much for having me here. Thank you very much. And
Absolutely.
It was pleasure talking to you as well.
Yes, thank you so much. And thank you for watching. Stay tuned for another episode of Cabin Chronicles, where career and curiosity collide. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.